So in this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to explore the newly released Claude Design, and I wanted to build like a full landing page with Claude Design with as minimal cuts or edits as possible. So I'm going to walk you through me using it, and I'm going to build a landing page and ideally possibly vibe code it in Next.js with Claude Code. And I'm going to use zero coding and throughout the whole process. And all I'm getting started with is this logo. So I don't have anything else but a logo, and it's going to be a marketing website geared at marketing a new product that I'm releasing. So I'm going to try to keep this as real world as possible without really like going off the rails or without too much planning. I just wanted to show you what it would be like for someone who has like coding experience and is interested in design, who wants to build like a marketing site. I'm not a super strong marketer, but hopefully the AI and the LLM could help me out here and can kind of pick up where I need help. So just to go over Claude Design, this was recently released as of recording. Today is April 20th, and this came out on April 17th. So Claude Design is, the idea of it is that it's designed for people that are both non-designers and designers to both collaborate and build on brand like designs. So you can build out prototypes, you can build out PowerPoints, you can build out new landing pages, and I've even seen people use it for 3D as well. So it seems like a really powerful tool. I haven't actually spent any time in it. I've gone through like the onboarding once, but I never really did anything beyond that. So this is going to be a really fresh approach and a really like realistic approach of someone using this for the first time. All right, so let's get started. So here I am in Claude Code, or in Claude.ai, and this is a blank chat space. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the new design tool here on Claude.ai, and we'll just open it up. And I've already gone through this onboarding process once, but we could take a quick peek at it. It's just a quick introduction. You can actually bring in existing design systems. So I think what it's meant to be like is a chat interface, kind of like for something that's comparable to a Figma, or potentially like some coding tools as well, some like lightweight coding tools. So you can build out UIs, you can collaborate with other people on your team, and of course it's all like AI powered and super modern, and you can download PowerPoints, and you can do pretty much anything that you're looking to do here. So you can see someone here is building a, I guess, I don't know, they had multiple projects that they were managing there, and this person's going to now build up a PowerPoint, I think, out of a document that they had. So let's just get started here. We'll skip intro at this point. And this is what I had created, test project. I don't think I have anything in here. Yeah, I just basically opened up a new project and that was it. I haven't done anything from here, so this is totally fresh. I think what we'll do is, because I have my logo, and I would think that I would like to start with just kind of adding in a new project and maybe uploading my logo and then seeing what I can get done based on this logo. So let's start by creating a new design system. Let's say my company name is OngoingAI. We help people build anything. Well, let's say we help vibe coders build quickly and with more reliability. Let's just say something like that. Let's leave this alone for now. I don't have a GitHub repo. It looks like I can. I don't have a code folder actually. No, actually I do have a folder, but let's try this actually. It's just an empty folder that I created. So it's just website, and all it has in it is logo.ping. So I was originally thinking about making the design and then importing the HTML files directly into my website and building it out with Next.js, but let's just try to see what it's capable of. So I'm going to choose the website again with just the logo. Yeah, we can allow it. And then we don't have a Figma file, but I do have a logo file, so we can add that in as well. So again, here we could add our logo.ping. I'm gonna say, I clearly like orange. Let's lean into that a bit. Let's lean into this a bit. I am going to be building a marketing landing page and maybe converting it into Next.js. Again, I'm going to do this again. If I can get to this point in this video, that'd be great, but otherwise that might be in part 2, but let's see how far we can get. Ideally, what I would like to do is build out that landing page and then have a sign up form and potentially have like people sign up for a newsletter and have that get saved to some sort of like database or possibly a Google Sheet. So let's continue the generation. So it says we can continue now with our design system. It's going to happen in the background, I suppose. So you know what I'll do actually is, because it's going to take 5 minutes and I don't really want to start a new video. I don't really want to chop this up at all. I'm going to actually try to see what I can do here in the code while I'm doing this. So let's just create a simple landing page while I'm in here. So I'm in my website directory here. Yeah, there's no code yet. Let's just try it. Let's try Claude, and then I have we'll call Claude code. So I'll start Claude code here, and I'll say, you know what? Actually, it's gonna take 5 minutes. Let's just, I guess. I don't really know what to do. Maybe I was gonna code while I was doing this, but maybe I can wait to finish this. Maybe I'll just browse around in the meantime. So here's the chat interface. Here's the design files. It looks like it's already mapping out our logo a little bit, and it has an uploads directory that it's creating, and it has a simple CSS file. So let's actually open this up while it's working. Let me see. Does it have any files yet? No, but I will open this up in Cursor just so I can take a look and see what's happening as it comes in. I'm going to try to lean into Claude Design as much as possible, so I just want to see how far this will go without any editing. I just want to see how fast it can take, and how fast it goes, and then like what it can accomplish in a reasonable amount of time. So my goal is just to get this website landing page completed. So let's open this up in Cursor just for the browsing purposes. So far I don't see any new files coming in yet. I do just have, what is it? I just have this logo ping file here, so there's really nothing yet showing up. So it's writing the readme.md file. It's building out the design system. It has some of the colors that it's bringing in. We don't have fonts yet. Claude is still working, but you can give it feedback on the work so far. Let's see, it has design tokens. So core tokens. Let's see, I think it might have files now, possibly. Nope, nothing yet. So this is really just like a live first time approach to using this. I've never seen this before. I've never built anything with this before. So I'm really just seeing what's happening live with you for the first time. So it looks like it is developing more files now. So we have a color system that's been developed. It looks like if I open this up, we can see that it's built its own scale of different colors. So kind of like Tailwind classes, if you're familiar with Tailwind, it looks like you have like different hues or different scales of a specific color, and it looks like it might go all the way to black if I zoom out here a bit, but yeah, I'm not seeing that. Okay. So that's not happening yet, but where else do I see, where were those files? So yeah, it looks like it's really coming in now. So we have the logo mark. Okay, it looks like it alternated, it like modified my existing code. It has an alternate version of it, I suppose. And then it added in this nice serif font. I don't have a font family decided yet, so it is looking pretty good actually. I do like this a lot. I do believe it's kind of close to the Claude logo. So if I look up the Claude logo, it is similar to their font. So that's kind of funny, I guess. So that's a word mark. And then we should have some other files appearing now. Nothing yet here. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up maybe. I guess I could open it here. Okay, cool. So it has some of the content created now. So I'm seeing that it's saying that our design system is for tools from OngoingAI that help vibe coders build quickly and with more reliability. I don't have any content created about our brand that we're building. We literally just started building this yesterday, so all we've been building is like an internal tool for mapping out tasks. So nothing is really being shown to the public yet. So it's really just making all of this up on its own. It looks like it's doing, it's created a couple new folders and some new files. So we have an agent skill.md file, and I would like to actually look into that. Let's take a look here. So there's a website folder now. I don't see that agent's skill.md file. I think it might have made this one up, so the skill manifest. It might actually be planning on making it, but I guess there's nothing that's appearing yet. And then because it's taking about 5 minutes, I think it's kind of nearing to the end here. But I think we have some new stuff coming in. So it's chosen a font for me, the Geist Mono font. I would actually like to see what this looks like. So I'm going to take a look at this. And this is a Google font. And this is the like a serif, probably like a body font that it's choosing. So this is like for the content. And then we have like that serif style font that it's chosen for us. Yeah, that's the serif font. Display instrument serif. And then we have, it looks pretty nice. This is really cool. This is actually like a proper design system that it's building. So this looks pretty great. 16 pixel height. And then we have H1 through H4 coming in. That looks really, really good. Let's see what else. This is awesome. Honestly, this looks really good. So we have the ramp that we saw earlier. I've never heard that called a ramp before, but that's pretty cool. And then we have new colors coming in. So we have a success, warning, danger, info. This is really nice. This looks really unique. This looks really like it's like a professional designer is coming in and giving you something that looks unbelievable. Honestly, I'm already pretty impressed by this. So it has the spacing guidance, the border radiuses or radii, and then the shadows, like a shadow system. So again, it looks inspired by Tailwind CSS framework. Oh wow, I think it's kind of coming already here. Whoa, this is pretty cool actually. So my new buttons, this looks really good. Wow. Inputs, so we have like a focused state, it looks like an error state. Whoa. Unbelievable. So there's our usage of that logo mark that it created. It did modify and kind of manipulate my logo incorrectly. So this is going to need work. I'm going to mark that as my logo was modified incorrectly. I'm going to submit that. And then let's do unleash your coding potential. Okay. Stay in the vibe, keep the rails on. I actually love this. That's our footer. This looks really good, honestly. Again, with the logo problem right there. So I'm gonna say our logo has been incorrectly modified. Please keep the original shape. I think I could upload, yeah, my file here. And then I will submit it. So that's our reference logo that we're trying to use. Yeah, it says it was trying to reconstruct it with a vector. So this is cool. This is like a live feedback on like the chat feedback that I'm giving it. So it's giving me real responses like live. So that is looking nice. There. So wow, it fixed it. This looks really good. So here's our logos or our icons. Again, going back through the cards, the badges. Looks like it's kind of picked it up again. So it looks like it's understanding what I was talking about. And let's see if it'll understand my logo again, see if it'll pick it up again. Yeah, so this right here, again, the logo has been manipulated incorrectly here as well. Please keep the shape. So I'm just giving it the live feedback as I go through it. I really do like the look and feel that it's chosen for us. I think it's pretty awesome. I'm very happy with this. Let's see. So it's pulling in more items. Let's browse through the items again. So it has the assets. Okay. And then, okay, cool. So it has extracted the black portion of our logo, and it's able to, yeah, it extracted it correctly. So it looks like it's a 1-to-1 and hasn't been recreated. Honestly, this is unbelievable. Wow. This is crazy. This looks really, really good. Unbelievable. So this is a one pager, it looks like, and this is clickable. So we don't have a pricing options yet, but I am honestly blown away by this. I think this looks really, really nice. This doesn't look anything like it was built, like this doesn't look like anything was built by AI at all. This looks like a professional designer did come through here and like chose everything. Even the copywriting is really on point. So every change is a branch, roll back a bad idea in one click, keep the 3 good ones, time travel. Wow. Scrub through your project like a video. These are really good ideas. It sounds nice. This looks like professionally written marketing copywriting. Honestly, I'm like totally blown away. Let's see what we can do with this now. So I'm not sure where to go next. It says the website originally Let's see. I think it might be done, but I'm not sure. Is it in here? Is it in that folder that we have? No, it's not in here. So I'm not sure where to get this. So I'm gonna download it as a zip file. And I'll look in here. And let's take this into our website directory. Let's bring in the design system, and honestly, let's just open this and explore all the files that it created. let's put this into a new folder called Claude Design reference. Let's just drag and drop these in here. And then what I'll do is I'll probably build the website out based off of this, and I'll have all the copywriting done with Claude Code for sure. So let's just open this up for a second and take a look at it in Cursor. And this looks like all the files that we had been poking through. It looks like the exact same thing. So it does have code files already completed. So it was able to break all of that apart into, wow. Yeah, it did break that all apart into like logical components here. So this is pretty well designed and like well engineered, I would say, from the beginning. Like this is broken apart in a great way. Honestly, this looks really, really good. So I'm not really sure where to go from here. What I'm thinking is I would like to build this into an actual website. So based off of this, I could use this as a starting point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add this into Git Desktop as a new project. So let's open this up and just drag it in here. And we'll create a new repository. We'll create a repository. Let's see. Let's just call it the OngoingAI marketing website. And I think that's good to go. And we could just leave that alone for now. I will push that up later off stream. But what I would like to do is go here and let's say, let's just get a list of all the files that are in this directory. So this is the new folder that we had previously been working from, the Claude Design reference. So these are the files that I downloaded. This is all the stuff that we've been talking about here. So this is where we've come so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new instance of Claude, and then there's a setting called dangerously skip permissions. And what I'm going to do from here is just, this will automatically allow us to like not have to sit here and click OK over and over and over again. So this just makes it automatic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's create a new marketing website in Next.js. We have our UI mapped out in, so I'm just going to list the directory Claude Design -reference. And then we also have a logo. Let's use this as our starting point for our new Next.js site. So while that works, I do want to just kind of poke around these files a little bit more just to see what we have and what was created. So if I just resize this so I can keep an eye on the new project that's being created, I'll take a look here at the different assets. I'll take a look at the preview. So we did take a look at all these files already. So these are all just HTML like components that are ready to go and look like they're ready to be converted into like React components. So this looks pretty nice. They're all hard coded. So this is the color ramp that we were looking at earlier, the orange color ramp. So this is like the black, I guess, color ramp, and then the orange ramp, and then here's our icons. Oh, here. Cool. So we have, these are the icons that it coded in. So if I take a look here, these are like the icons, I guess, right there. So it looks pretty nice. And I think this is almost done. Okay, so this is coming along, and what we're doing right now is we're just converting this into Next.js, which is a really common like JavaScript framework. So this is a really like a great way to, it's really easy to deploy it. It's real, you can put it basically on like any service, and a lot of people will like just deploy it automatically and for like a really low cost. So you can create a marketing website that is like professionally coded essentially with Claude Code and with Claude Design. And honestly, like I said, all I started with is this logo file, and that's all I had. I have nothing else. And then any information that it has in here is just things that it created off of my short and simple prompts. It hasn't really done anything like on its own, or I haven't really done a lot of work beyond that. So as you can see, like if someone was to really like spend a lot more time in here, I think they can really accomplish like quite a bit just based off of what I've seen so far. So it looks like our Next.js app has already been created, and Claude Code is just bringing in the logos and the assets, and it's bringing in the design tokens. So that orange grid, that orange scaling that we saw earlier, it's going to be bringing that in. And then it's going to be mapping out these page components and creating that landing page. So while that's building, let's keep looking through these files. I feel like we're going to find something that's really nice. So it looks like it duplicated our logo here, and I actually am really interested in the colors and type CSS file. So I'm wondering if it uses Tailwind. It looks like it has its own system. Yeah, this doesn't look like Tailwind. So it has a simple, short CSS file. Nothing too crazy. Wow. This is like all custom coded, it looks like. I mean, it probably is like reused in other projects, but it looks like a really simple starting point. It looks like it's also it does have React. So that's nice. And then it also is using Lucide React icons. So the Lucide React icons is like an icon library that has a bunch of really nice icons. So it's not designing the icons from scratch. It's just using a really popular icon tool. So an icon library. And yeah, it's broken all the different sections out into React components. I'm not doing any coding here, by the way, just to remind you. I'm looking through it just because I'm just genuinely curious. But yeah, it has a few. Oh, these are the names of the companies that it placed on our example landing page here. So these are the companies that it placed there. Again, no code, nothing written at all, like custom. I'm just talking to the terminal here, and I'm letting it like work through its magic. I'm not doing any significant coding. I'm just, as I see this get built, I kind of have a loose idea in my head. I'm kind of just working towards it. So really what I'm looking for, like I said, is like I would just like to have a homepage, a single one pager, and ideally like some sort of newsletter sign up form. That's really where I'm aiming right now. So honestly, like this is making really great progress, and this is coding it up in live right as we watch it. So totally awesome here. Totally awesome. And this is like super okay, so I am noticing the first issues now, besides the logo, is that it looks like these navigation links have like a bit of a broken layout. I could easily fix this with Claude Code. So you can see the button looks broken as well. And this is like the outer frame. So this is rendering inside of the frame. So yeah. And these cards look a little narrow for like a mobile phone. And yeah. Okay, so this is a proper mobile layout. These cards are still broken. The pricing cards also look kind of funky, but nothing too major, honestly. Nothing too... Okay, so there we go. Horizontal scrolling. That's just because of these cards, I think. So you can see that the cards are kind of like out of the column here that all the other items are within. So like this is kind of sticking out beyond there. And I believe that's probably what's breaking the layout. but we'll see what it looks like when it actually renders in Next.js. So when I have it up and running in Next.js without writing any code, I'm going to get it up and running in my browser, not within this frame. So once it's converted fully to Next.js, I'll be able to see what it actually looks like in like a mobile screen, like a mobile layout. So it's been coding now here in Next.js for about 7 minutes, and it looks like it's on its last step here. So it's creating that landing page and is double checking that the landing page works correctly. So these are the icons. This is that body font that it shows. So here's what Next.js is. So it is a framework written in React, and it's something that I think a lot of vibe coding websites are built in nowadays. So this is probably like, if you're building a marketing website specifically, or like an app dashboard, a lot of like the AI agents, like the coding AI agents, are going to reach for Next.js right out of the gate, and it's going to be a really like common thing that you end up working with. So if this is the first time you're ever hearing about Next.js, then yeah, don't be shocked. It's nothing that crazy. It's just a way to like organize your code in like a standardized pattern, and it has a lot of things that'll like speed up your website right out of the gate, and like right out of the box. So let's take a look here. So is it up and running? It looks like it's up and running. Awesome. So this is now running in Next.js, and let's try resizing it again. Let's see if it's still broken. No, it looks like it fixed it actually. So when I converted it to Next.js, it did break. It did fix all the broken aspects, but I am noticing that my navigation links disappear. So what I would like to do is commit what I have so far. So this is basically just saving like a place and time for the vibe coding, or for our coding project. So I'm just going to say like created the Next.js project, and this is just like storing it so I could roll it backwards if I make any changes. If I don't like the path that this is going down, I could easily just step it backwards. But obviously like we're really thinking that it's turning out pretty good. So we're going to keep it going here. And I think what I will do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this header as it currently is. And then I'll drop this into Claude Code. And then I'll take another screenshot in the mobile version where you can see the links disappear. And I'll drop this into Claude Code as well. So what I'll do is I'm just holding Shift and Enter. Then I'm going to say when I resize the window, the navigation and the header area disappears. I would like it's called a hamburger, like a hamburger style mobile menu to be used, and to also place the sign in and try it buttons in the mobile drop down hamburger menu. So a hamburger menu is like a pretty common thing. So when you're doing a hamburger menu design, so this is like a hamburger menu. So let's see. This is just like a mobile design menu. So if you look here, you'll see that there's like 3 lines. They just call that a hamburger icon, and then when you click on it, it would like, when you click on it, it would just like make this menu appear, and then there's usually an X. It's a pretty common pattern for designing mobile interfaces. So I think that should be pretty quick. Let's just give it a taste here. Yep, looks like it's already done. No refresh needed, and there we go. I think that looks amazing. And I think I could let's add an animation for the mobile menu when it appears. Cool. So let's actually save our place where we're at right now. Let's do a git commit. Let's say we added the mobile navigation menu hamburger icon. Cool. And then let's take a look at this again. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to work on. I mean, besides like the copywriting, that's probably the thing that pops out the most to me. I think that the design itself isn't bad. Let's see. It looks like it's just stuck. Okay. Looks like that's kind of broken, but we're letting it work its magic, so we'll see what happens here. It looks like, okay, that is broken. So I'm gonna put that whole thing in here and say it looks like the background for the hamburger mobile menu never disappears. Also, I briefly, let's see if that's still happening. Yeah, so what we're seeing right here is it's briefly showing the navigation items, and then it's converting it to that mobile menu. So I'm saying I briefly see the navigation items in the nav bar, and before they quickly disappear. So let's see how that goes. So because we do have an issue on the UI, on the user interface, we aren't going to make a git commit just yet, but we will leave it like that. What I'm thinking though next, while that works in the background, what I'm thinking is I would definitely like to have the newsletter sign up. Maybe if we do, so this thinks we're like a tool, like a CLI tool, but no, we don't have something like that just yet, but possibly we might have something like this in the future. But anyways, what I was thinking is I would like to have a newsletter sign up page, and kind of I really like the color, honestly. I really do like the way that this looks. Okay, so yeah, let's start, while this works out here, let's just start typing our next prompt. So let's just open up a new blank thing here, blank file, and then I'm gonna say like I would like, then I could paste this in when I'm done. So I would just like to create a new page that will be used for a newsletter sign up page. It should have a multi-step process. Let's do word wrap here. So it should have a multi-step process that confirms or denies the user's newsletter sign up attempt. So if it's not valid, it should redirect back with an error and feedback to the user. And then if it's valid, it should redirect to a new page with a success message and more info about how the user is now signed up and will receive a confirmation email, sure. And then what I'm going to do in the meantime here is I will go into, let's say, I'll send this into, take a screenshot of this, and then I will go to chat GPT and drop that in, and say, what service should I use for my newsletter? Let's just see what happens. I'm thinking like possibly Beehive. I've heard great things about them. I'm not sure how good they are, but I definitely just want to have like a free newsletter. I saw it said Beehive quickly, and Substack and Kit, but Loops. I've never heard of Loops. So let's see. It's built for software companies. Loops has a free plan. Sounds good. Loops is the best fit for a startup. Button Down if you want the simplest pure newsletter. Kit if you're building around a personal creator brand with automations. I don't need all that. And Beehive is our primary goal for turning it into a media product. I don't think I'm going to do a media product. So I think that's more of like people that want to like sell a newsletter or something. I've seen people that have started like media companies that use Beehive, but I think Loops actually might be a good fit. So let's take a look. Okay. This looks okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's sign up for it on this account. So it's loops.so. I will get started. I don't have that set up yet, so so I don't have a paid version yet, so we'll just have to leave it right now. Oh, I can sign in with Google. That's perfect. Cool. Continue. Let's do sending dot OngoingAI. It looks like actually I will set this up later, so I can just add it in here. So what I'll do is I'll say let's use loops.so and let's make it work with Next.js. So I can just copy this page, use placeholder info for now, and I can just paste in that stuff that I just copied. So if you copy as markdown, you could probably just, you can probably reason to understand this just to copy the whole page. And then I gave it all this information into Claude Code. And what we'll do is we'll just wait for that to complete while we run our new, I even added the fav icon here. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll just wait for that to complete and see if I could find my newsletter page that was created. I don't know if it created it just yet, but we can commit the changes that we made recently. So the mobile menu issue glitch fixed, added a nice animation. Okay. So it looks like we don't have a newsletter page just yet. Got it. That's a nice modal. Actually, it looks really nice. This is crazy. Honestly, this is absolutely like, I don't know what to say. I mean, like compared to what we were creating with a year ago with like the other vibe coding tools for like creating user interfaces and websites and stuff, this looks totally unique, and with such a small amount of input on my end, I was able to accomplish so much. So it is still installing the Loops SDK, and then it's just building in that functionality that we had requested. So it is building in the newsletter success page, the newsletter feedback, the validation, I think, on the emails. It's just using placeholder information here for now. So your Loops API key, etc. We can just wait on this. And it looks like it's coming along. Gotta wait for this to complete. And I will, once this is totally done, I'm gonna have it do one copy pass, like one copywriting pass. You know what? While it's doing that, I'm actually gonna just do it right now. So I can go into my website that we created, and while that other agent works, I can put this in another tab right here. So this is the one that's working, and I'll open up Claude again. So let's just go through here, right here. So what I'm going to do is I will just say, let's do a copywriting pass on our homepage and make it more about builders, helping builders, vibe coders, and how we are building a community of vibe coders. We think that vibe coding, we believe that vibe coding is the future, and that so many people are going to be able to build who previously didn't have the resources available or coding capabilities or skills or coding skills. So they didn't have coding skills or like resources available, and I think that vibe coding is going to be like, it's still early. I mean, like, this is still the very early stages that we're in right now, and I think that people are going to be able to do things that was previously just a dream before. I mean, I think this is unbelievable. This design quality is unbelievable. This is something that someone would pay a lot of money for, even as a template. I mean, if you were to buy this as a template, this would probably be like, $100 or $200 somewhere. I know Shopify themes are like $300, so I think that just this alone is going to save you a lot of money right out of the gate. And people are able to do things that just was previously just impossible. Like, this was all a dream before, and it's crazy just how much tools like this have unlocked for people. So I have like 2 brilliant artificial intelligence agents currently working together, building out our newsletter, building out our flows, writing all this custom code, without any, delays, no negative feedbacks. In under an hour, we're able to accomplish something that I think would have taken a team of people, days or, a week or something. This would have taken someone a week. You would have had to work with a designer. And I think I built this, I designed the logo with AI, and I was able to do all of this in just a matter of a day or two. I've been building other things on the side while building out this new version of the company. And I think that I'm just like so excited to see where this type of stuff goes. And I think vibe coding as a whole is just unlocking so many capabilities for people who were previously just stuck or at the mercy of like a graphic designer or a software engineer, or someone you had to pay for, like a freelancer, and who was super busy and in high demand. Now you can just work on your own time at your own pace, and you can make mistakes and you could tell it. As long as you can communicate issues effectively, you can do so much with just what tools have just been recently have been not available. Like there's just been recently become available to people. So anyone that's building now has access to a level playing ground. Okay, so it's really cool. I'm just excited to see all of this happening. So it looks like the newsletter, we don't have a link yet. So let's add a link. Let's add a link to our newsletter. Let's add a link to our newsletter page. Actually, let's do it in this one. This is, I think, where... this is the copywriting. Yeah, let's add a link to our newsletter page /newsletter. I think we can add it to the, yeah, perfect. I already figured it out. I was going to say it's added to the top and the bottom, but like this is awesome. Just did it. OngoingAI. See how that looks? Okay. So this is a pretty common issue here. So if you run into it, don't let it startle you, but all you have to do is screenshot it and then send it to the agent. And you don't even have to say anything. It'll just fix it for you automatically because it can read all this text here. It doesn't have to, you don't have to tell it what to do. It's going through this process on its own. So it's able to read the image without you having to tell it what is wrong with it. You just copy and paste the errors in and it fixes it automatically. I think we'll even have one step less in the future where you can just probably click a button and it will fix it automatically. But we're still at the stage of having to manually screenshot and copy and paste items, but I think eventually it's going to be even less work than this. But yeah, you can see just with a single logo how far I was able to come. So none of these links work yet, except for the newsletter link. And then I don't think we have a link to our homepage yet, so I will also add that in. Let's make the logo and the footer and the top nav a link to the homepage. Okay, so the form should render and the rest of the action flow is unchanged. Nathan at OngoingAI. What do you want to hear about? This is awesome. Product updates, tutorials, and let's do a weekly digest. And looks like it's ready to go. Let's hit subscribe. Cool. Yeah, so this is expected. We don't have the hookups yet into loops.so, but it looks like I think with a little bit of work, maybe a few more minutes, it could probably have that working. Yeah, so here's my links working. I expected the logos to be clickable, and now they are. And just in under an hour, I was able to make a fully custom designed website with a functioning newsletter. And by the time this video is out, I expect to have it fully released. And then if I just spend some time tweaking the copywriting on this page, I think it's already done a nice pass on here. So it knows that we're a home for vibe coders. Anyone can build now. We want to make sure it sticks. Vibe coding is the future. There's some stuff, I mean, like this is, I don't know, it's fine, but I could probably make that line better. Vibe coding is the future and it's already here. Ongoing AI helps a new generation of builders turn ideas into real software without years of training or a team behind them. Every change is a branch. Every branch is a checkpoint. Try anything, lose nothing. This is really well written, honestly. This is all with Claude Code. This is all the UIs built with Claude Design. And then this is actually like a functioning, proper website. And I think with another hour or two, this could be a fully fleshed out, beautifully designed website that has a real premium feel to it. So let me know what you think of Claude Design. I think that's going to be it for today. But I think I'm very, very happy with it. I'm extremely blown away with it. I think that everyone should give this a shot. If you're interested in building anything at all with the UI or with design. I think you can do so much with this, and this is just me literally testing this out for the first time. I have no experience with Claude Design before, and I was able to build a proper functioning website in under an hour with Claude Design and Claude Code. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, want to see more like this, hit subscribe down below and give this video a like. Thanks for watching. Bye.